In every age, someone had to hold the light in the dark room. Someone had to say the shit that everyone held their tongue on. This is Luciferian Light Show, where nothing is off limits, no truth is too taboo, and no lies go unchallenged. Let's turn that light on. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Luciferian Light Show. I am Levy. I support the LBGQ community.
And I am Jonez. I'm supporting the heterosexuals of America. And we are here today to talk about that. Well, I'm going to let you say it because I don't agree. So I'm going to let you go ahead and say it. And
What's
then
this?
we go from there. I need someone to dump this.
Where am I looking?
First one. No, the second one. I'm sorry, right?
Yeah. Most men will.
I don't agree.
Most men will only. His writing is very interesting, very nice, but
you ain't got a lie. You ain't got a lie, Craig.
Like and my brain already don't work with writing, so.
All right, so.
That says adult. Yes, only adult in.
Admit.
Oh, only most men will only admit in therapy. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Therapy, they have been attracted to another man at one point, right? Something like that.
Most men will only admit in therapy they've been attracted to another male at least once, right? I definitely don't agree. Like, I have never been attracted to a man in that sense. Like, I have been admired men. I have wanted to be like a certain man. I have saw a man and with like some of those features. Can you hear from the microphone?
I can hear.
You can hear?
I can.
Okay. I felt that way, but I've never been attracted to a man. I think we did touch on this last week because I talked
little
about,
bit, but we didn't really go into it.
Yeah, because I think I talked about how I'm just not, it doesn't. I'm not sword fighting. I remember specifically saying that. So
when you just specify it as just sword fighting, which being gay or having a gay life is not just about sword fighting.
I'm aware.
Or why we're attracted to one another. I mean, a lot of us, yes. That's their number one, what they're looking for, which leads them to everything else, which is the package.
Also, mine's is also based on like, all right, so I have my sexual attractions are always separate from my admiration or general attractions. Like, I've had women that I'm in love with, but I'm not sexually attracted to because I don't know. I'm not turned on by her, but I definitely like love her and love her company, love being around her. But sexually, I need something a little nastier, a little more relatable, I guess. I don't know, but it's just like, I want to kiss her on the face and take her out to all my family gatherings and public appearances. But it's like, it's just not always the same thing for me. They're always separate, and I don't know how that's supposed to go because I was brought into.
Now, does that have to do with you aspect. As an individual?
Yeah, of course.
Like, wait, let me rephrase how I meant that.
Of course, it's for me as an individual. I mean, it's based upon my experiences that form my perspective on the whole sexual thing. So that was based on my experiences. Those are always things that's based on my experiences.
Now, is there a way for it to change, or is that something you have to accept, or what?
I mean, it's just something I'm aware of that I can work with or around if need so be. But like life is an experience that where you're always learning and growing anyway. So like I don't feel like I'm in some box where it's never gonna get different for me. Like, it depends on the experience. So far, I feel like the experiences I have were experiences I'm supposed to have. I'm not gonna lie. I can't take this. I need a fan. I'm finna go beg Johnny to like, please, can I please use that fan? Because like other than that, I'm gonna have to open that door. And then the cat's gonna come in here and start fucking shit up. So
we left them outside today, so that's you probably can hear them meowing. But we cut that out today, so we didn't have them running through.
Dry that, roll that up, keep them company. I'll be right back. Johnny!
So today, I wanted to ask everybody,
Has anybody seen the movie Him with Marlon Wayans? If not, please go see that movie because wow, the the way they're trying to explain what's going on in the world is a wonderful way. I think how they explain it, little graphic, in some ways, not more than most movies, but I definitely think that says a lot. So I think that's something someone that should watch, uh, and look a little deeper than just what they're putting in front of you. Try to go a little deeper in your mind about it. But I think it's a really good movie to see.
I don't know how this is gonna work for the noise reduction, but woo! Hey, something had to give. It's gonna be one or the other, man.
I was talking about the movie Him. But
Him?
I don't know if you watched it.
What I really want to talk about is the movie Ash and Fire, though. Like that shit.
Well, I had it last week. Let me hear your side now.
That was the best one so far. Like honestly, that was the.
Why so?
And I just got the fact that I think it's because they had already built up an emotional attachment to some of the characters, and they had built up certain like bonds with certain characters. So it was like by the time they got to certain peaks of the story, like you were already emotionally invested. So it's kind of like everything popped off in that way. Where like by the time we got to part 3, I'm like all the way in. So when certain things happen or when they mention certain emotional sensations they were having for certain situations, I can relate because I was there, from the first movie all the way down to the third sequel. So I think by then, I think that's how it really worked in as far as like the emotional roller coaster aspect of the movie, right? That worked really well for them, especially. And we went to see it in the Screen X, where they have. We didn't see 3D. We saw the Screen X, where
it's the 3.
Yeah, bro, I swear to God,
was that your first time?
Yeah, I want to see other movies like that. I got to see other movies like that.
What did we see? We just saw something like that.
Fire and Ash.
No. Oh. We saw something else with the 3D. I can't remember what we just saw. That just came out. For me and my man saw
we want to interact more too with the comments that's coming through. I can't really read them. We're gonna have to have somebody come in and do that, like Johnny. And like he can like off camera just tell us like what they're saying. But right now, we have no idea what
Johnny's resting. It's all good for now.
26, ain't no rest this shit.
My baby gets to do whatever he wants.
All right, we're gonna change the subject. Okay.
I'm sorry. Whatever. That's my king queen. Don't play. But anyways,
I'm also need my fan out there to kind of move around.
I don't know why it is so warm because we usually
back and forth a little bit. I know it's kind of tangled though. It's like a jungle of cords, literally. I'm not gonna show y'all what we have to deal with and what we have to put up, but it's a process.
Okay, so wait, do we conclude that question completely of that?
Yeah. We're on to the next. I'm more concerned with like the labels, right? Like I feel like so they have labels. You could be gay, bi, straight, transgender. What's the other ones? Insane. I don't know what is it. It's like they got.
What did you say?
Renegade. Like I don't know. Like what are these different factions of homosexuality of circles y'all have now? Like I would like to like.
Well, see, now listen to this. Now I'm just getting used to most of that stuff too. I'm just getting used to that too because I'm not like I've said before, probably in one of our other ones. I'm not really a label person, so I mean I acknowledge it here now to acknowledge everyone else. But for me, I labels sometimes keep us in a box.
Yeah, exactly. Because now like you have to be basically like limited to this particular type of person or particular type or faction of people when you're out here just trying to experience life in general. So like that kind of limits you when you have a zeroed in focus on only this type of people or that type of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't even sound like it's
because sometimes
sound free. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't want to be too free. I'm not gonna lie, but like
what's wrong with being free?
I mean, free. I like to feel free, but like like I guess I am free because I know that just don't work for me. Like no matter what happens, like I'm not gonna be in a situation where it's always gonna be like, well, that don't work for me. I'm fine with it, but like it just don't work for me. So like, I guess it'll always be like that. It's no, that's not a knock or a, something like that. But
Because really, you're free. I mean, free is decision, is it not? Like your own decision, freedom, and whatever that is, right?
yeah. I mean, I would think so. I wouldn't think that. Okay, so my mic is not working. I don't know if you know this.
Why? Because it's beeping green.
Yeah, it was beeping green.
Green,
There
nice.
it is. Now it's working, right?
Now
it's working.
You gotta hold it down to make some pressure work.
So we missed the first half of that, and these cats are going crazy. Yeah, they definitely going. They're gonna act the fool this whole time. What is that? Is that something new?
It's probably.
And what's this? This line
just hit
restricted for some audiences. Okay.
Because you probably.
Hey, that's fine. Yeah, because they see us smoking, and we probably cursed already, and say something
just
about
a bad mouth.
yeah, especially this guy. Like
who, me?
Yeah, the light skinned guy. Like he's always like, oh my god.
When do I use bad words?
Ash this, ash that, man, mother this, mother that. This mother.
Now let me tell you.
Oh,
if I was my other person. Now, if I was my other personality, yes. No, you've been holding on to it, but it's all right. You feeling the groove. It's all good. You know what I mean? I'm chilling.
But yeah. This,
let's see. See, my thing is on all my stuff is on that one right there. So I can read what I was gonna.
Yeah, you can't read my writing, so I don't even know you're trying. Looking down at
what you got. What you got?
That was it. Just we were talking about the labels, but also I do want to. We talked about the movie. What else did we talk about? It was something else that I wanted to. Oh yeah. I got something for you, bro. So I didn't even know this though. This actually is something that I did want to talk about, and that's did you know that they are? Okay, hold on. I gotta say it right, y'all. So give me a minute. I wrote it down so I can remember, but it was no. Okay, it was. I know what it was about, so I can talk about it. I just want to say it right. So if I can't find it, I'm still finna tell you what it was. But it was yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, I don't know what I said. But anyway, it's certain schools out here that are allowing kids to change their career choices and as well as their gender description without permission or acknowledgement to the parents. So they just letting kids do it now on their own accord. Like this is something that a lot of schools out here in the California districts are practicing. Like that, I mean, I got a lot to say about that, but I would love to.
Let me hear your part of it, because
I would love to hear your part first.
Well, no, because
I brought the question up. So
I get you, but sometimes when you start saying what you feel about it, then my brain starts turning. So now it's just turning.
I was hoping for that from you, so I guess it's on me. I get it.
No. But wait. That's kind of extreme a little bit to me because
it is. Like I don't want. What if I don't? What if I'm not raising my kids to think that way? What if I'm being letting them know they have a responsibility to their race or to their people to fucking be this way because of the gender that God gave them? I might be raising my kids in that manner, and you would be literally working totally against me by doing that. And that would really piss me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, okay, so
that's a real that's a slippery slope.
Yeah, because how you're saying it, because I'm free. Because
now you're taking my freedom away, though. Now you're taking the freedom away from me raising my kid how I want to raise them with just the boundaries of your educational system. You're influencing that with this whole new ordeal that I literally don't think gives you that you have any right to. You don't have a right to decide that. You know what I mean? Or let them decide, because that's not something I'm going to even put on them. I'm not going to put the pressure of them deciding that right now for the rest of their lives at 15 or 14 years old. It's not even fair to the child to do that. So I feel like even so,
even if they've expressed it themselves,
it's still not fair to the child to let them in a state of mind. When you was 15, would you want to be making lifelong decisions at that point? That you're going to have to live with the rest of your life? No, I'm not even want that pressure.
I mean, it depends on how you want to break it down, because
I think
if I had a choice, I would have wanted it a different way, which would have gave me a different way. But I couldn't choose it because that's what they thought was best for me.
I feel like
and wait, hold on. That's not necessarily the truth. That what the parents always choose is the best way for the child. It's not always the case, regardless
This
of
is true.
how you want it to be raised, how you perceive your children to be. It doesn't mean, because it's about us now looking into who that person is, not how we want to construct things or how we think they should go or how they should be, but if we really pay attention to what's in front of us, the person, the child who's in front of us, you might get a different result than pressing what you think is best for them.
I feel that. In the same token, I feel like putting, not allowing the child to be a child at that age, which is, and part of childhood is having that pressure and seeing how you're going to respond to it. Having these things set before you as standards and seeing how you're going to respond to it. And if you're that determined, or that's who you are, you're that you're going to push through those boundaries into your adulthood. That has to be said. You can't put that on a child in a childlike mind state, because then it might just pervert the whole journey of that child was supposed to take, because they're not giving the same parameters or boundaries that everyone else has been given, that's been put before them because of whatever reason. It's like you're taking those things away and just letting them free fall into society to just like make up shit. I don't feel like that's fair on the child, because when they wind up twisted, not realizing, not appreciating or not agreeing with the direction they wind up in, then who are they to blame? The person who took all of the fucking boundaries and just let me willy-nilly go decide stupid shit for myself because I was feeling some kind of way at a dumbass age and where I really didn't know shit.
But I think that starts with, if you're raising your child up where you know your child, you conversate with your child, you understand your child. When
Which
it comes, but that's what needs to happen.
Definitely.
So when you do that, then it gives a different child. It gives a different understanding. You know, I wasn't like a normal child. I didn't get to play like other kids. I had to be different. I had to be grown in a child's body because I was sick. I couldn't think like children. I couldn't do things like children did. So different things happen upon people. It's not our measure to measure how much they do or don't do. It's about letting them open up to whatever comes from them.
But at what point do we not set a standard?
Why is there a standard if someone's being something that they feel they're being?
There has to be some type of structure. You cannot raise a child with no structure.
That's not structure. Did you hear how I just broke it down?
Standards are part of the structure, though.
Did you hear how I just broke it down?
Yeah.
As in, if you're walking with your child, so when that point comes that your child's like, hey, mom, dad, I feel this way, you'll already be clarified because you've done this point, this point, this point, this point, this point with your child. But a lot of times that doesn't come about until you ain't had no relationship with your parents, and now now you're telling your parents later on when you ain't had no connection, no nothing, and now it's something different. So no one knows any control. But if we start from the beginning of being involved with our children,
then you can offset.
Then you wouldn't have to put stimulations on anything.
Yeah, this is true. But we're talking about like after all of that, right? Aside from all of that, right? And everybody doesn't get that opportunity. Some people have to work so much they don't have the luxury of spending all this quality time and operating with all this attention that they can give to their child, because they have to do things to make sure that they can take care of that child. You know what I mean? Financially, or whatever reason. But like, so everybody doesn't have that opportunity. So for those people, like, they still have to go off of some type of structure or standard of how human psychology works to kind of like give the child at least the opportunity to express that this is not what you want to do. For real.
But if they're already doing it.
Because think about it. You might come in because somebody just talks you in it today, right? Because you just met a friend today. And it's only because you met a friend today. You know how kids get. Somebody came in and convinced you that you were gay because of how you laugh. And now you come in and tell your mom that, hey, mom, I want to be listed as a girl. And she says no. But the school says you can do this. And because your friend convinced you today that that was it, that was cool. And then that kid gets transferred. You get a new friend that tells you, oh, that's gay. And now you want to change back because you know what? You have a new friend that's influencing you to think that, you know what? Yeah, that's not really me, because I like playing basketball. I like doing these things too. But like, because he told me I giggle funny and we was cool and he was gay, he made me think that I was gay too because we related in that way. And kids are just that fickle-minded that in 2 week time, this can happen where they want to change it again. And you're going to let a child literally determine what gender they want to be listed as, knowing how fickle-minded a child is? No, I don't think that's right at all. Like, no, I just don't
On
agree.
the independent, I mean, I agree on any child making any kind of decision on their own,
Especially with that.
on their own is not. But the process of me feeling like children that can express that they want to at that age, I agree, because I mean, I knew I was something different, but no one wanted to talk about it. No one wanted to acknowledge it. No one wanted to know what.
We all knew something was different.
No one wanted to do that. So it was always the estranged thing. But if we take the estrange out of everything and make, because this is life, it happens. It's it makes it easier to then process. So then the time that you want it to come about, where they can say yes, they've taken the time because you taught them to take the time. Teach, taught, taughten. You get me? You're taking that time out, so that time will filter out in the right time. But again, a lot of times we're not fully present when we're with our children.
Right.
And we don't really listen because we know everything. And if we really realize the children that are coming in the world after us are really the teachers for us.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you really just pay attention to them, you'll actually see what's going to happen in the future.
Now, I did want to touch on something that was when we spoke about us already knowing that something was different about you, like way before. But at the same time, I think we were caught in this, and I think I speak for a lot of people that was involved, was that they don't want to speak on it in a manner where now they feel like they kind of pushed it and made it, you know what I mean? So they kind of like steered away from it, hoping that something would change or, eventually, you know what I mean? Yeah. But nobody ever wanted to speak on it, but everybody saw it. Nobody spoke on it because nobody wanted to be responsible. And nobody wanted to be responsible for it going that direction totally. You know what I mean?
So they keep you separate.
So yeah, they just try to
over here on the other side.
Try to play it by ear to some degree. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of us like because that's how I was. Like, I mean, because you're my brother. Like, and I lost 2 brothers, so now it's kind of like, I know it's a little different. I get aggressive sometimes, but that's my protective side of But it's a lot of people just like had to like not say anything about it, just accept it for what it was, and just kind of see where it go. You know what I mean? And I think some people possibly could hold themselves responsible, feeling like they should have pushed, and maybe it wouldn't have. You know what I mean? And I think that's why a lot of times you probably experience some pushback as you got older and into more, more in influential years of your life, mm-hmm. so to speak.
Well, I was really shocked.
Because at that point, they're like, well, maybe I should have pushed, because now it's looking like it's going in the direction I probably didn't want it to go. So now it's like, maybe I should have pushed. So now it's never too late. Let me see if I can put a little push now. And then you're receiving this, and it's like, hold up, I've been this way this far. What the fuck is all of this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's all of this all of a sudden?
I've always been me. So I don't understand when ruckus or confusion from other people with me is like, I don't understand, because the thing is, God, your universe, whatever you believe in, okay, the head of the one, when everybody agrees you're one in your mind, that's where you go to. When you go through life, and really I was so protected, you just pay attention to things differently. And really I had to, because I watched people. I was a watcher. I stayed home. I was by myself. Candace and Shannon, they were more like outers. They were with friends, and I was like, gosh, I just lost my train of thought. That was a real upper moment. I'm not gonna say the other word, but that was really an upper moment.
What's the other word? I want to know the other word. Now I'm not gonna lie. I want to know the other word. I gotta know the other word. I don't think I need this moment. Oh, okay. He was okay. All right. Because
I hit it a little too much.
I'm glad you said the other word because I had no idea what you meant by the first word until you said the other word.
Yeah.
So,
but I used to just
that
be by myself a lot, so I had to like look at myself a lot.
Right,
But even growing up, like even in church, like everywhere I went, it was like everybody tried to shelter me from that, and but no one really explained what that was, other to not be it. So that was a complex on myself because I'm left alone without
right.
no one really telling me other than not to do something.
Yeah, everybody like not really wanting to say too much because they feel like it either sound pushy
Or send me there.
Or yeah, exactly, or send you there. So they like everybody is becoming antisocial with you with a instead of but interacting with everybody else like that part.
That's why I was very quiet.
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
I didn't really even talk until I was like out the house. Really, I really didn't talk until Zeus. Hush.
You understand? I had two summers to even be in your physical proximity, and both times the ages was so different and so young that like we're 8 years apart. So at what 12 years old, you were fucking what?
5.
Exactly. So like 4.
4 or 5.
Yeah, exactly.
The first time, yeah, because I was 5 the second time.
And Shannon was 3. Like, what are we gonna do? I'm 12. You know what I mean? Like I'm 11.
Right.
I'm 11 and 12. Like, so it was really like, a matter of like you were babies to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like seeing you as an adult and knowing how it was then and the environment, because we all gotta ask what they're saying. What is that? We all gotta ask what they're saying. So like, you know what I mean? It was like, it was.
I got a lot of them.
Yeah, it was kind of, it was kind of strict. Like, I enjoyed it because I was around my daddy, but like, it was a little strict for my taste. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even. I was only happy because I know I get to go back home. Like, y'all have to deal with this shit all the time. Like, I get to go back home. I don't have to live like this forever. This is just during the summertime. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, luckily, I ain't got school too. I would definitely be frustrated through that shit. So I can only imagine, bro.
Just to clarify,
but
so my brother is my brother because his dad is my stepdad, and that's how we're brothers. But we've known each other since we've been kids, or since I was a kid. He was already old, man. Right? But I didn't really know he wasn't my real brother until I was 7. I thought he was my real brother because I never really.
And I didn't know that. I thought you knew. Like I knew you wasn't my real brother.
They didn't.
I knew it was a.
Never.
That's crazy. Yeah.
They kind of just went along.
So
I love you.
Understood.
I'm not talking about. I'm just telling my story.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just went along, and I don't hate my parents at all or nothing like that. I love them very much. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't the way it went. But a lot of things could. But it's also from where they came from too.
Yeah.
They didn't really get explained to. They didn't really,
the way they were raised,
get the love that they thought that came from them that they wanted.
Exactly.
They didn't get that either. I mean, I know more dad's side of that. I know more mom's side of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know dad's side with us, but the other side before he came to us. You know what I mean?
Right. Which was way crazier and a lot more unpredictable than it was when I actually went out there for the summer. So, and I think that was one of his main goals, literally. And I think that he succeeded in that aspect from a standpoint of he wanted to show me a different side. You know what I mean? Because he had known what he showed me so far. So now he wanted to shows me what he felt like he should have been showing me.
That was more structural.
Exactly. And you can't be, nothing but admirable at the attempt of what he was trying to do, because you see where his head was, you know what I mean? He was just trying to show him something way different than what he knew I have seen before that, because everything was like sporadic. It was just like,
now, is that just something
getting high violence, cussing.
Is that something you just seen, or is that something you've seen and felt from him?
Both. Yeah, both. But you know what's so crazy? I think he whooped me more when
you came that time,
when it was in the discipline side than it was. He was more abusive to us from that aspect than he was before that. The abuse was more towards other things that really didn't affect us, but it did affect us at the same time. It was indirect, like it was to the other adults. You see what I'm saying? He was violent with them and extra nice to us. So we actually, in a way, in my head as a child, I actually loved drunk and high daddy more than I loved sober, always being an asshole daddy. Like that was like way better than me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when I got to that point.
Okay, it's funny you say that because if I think about it, from that time to five would have been 90. So that's when I told you that story today,
right,
about when he went and took the records and broke them after he
yeah,
got saved or whatever. So, damn, I lost my train of thought from saying that. What was I going to say about that? What did you just say? I'm sorry. What were we just talking about? Damn it, we're both bad at this.
Better
This is
chance
horrible.
of pissing in the hot sauce.
Horrible.
I do not remember what I said. Yeah, you have to rewind the tape and play it back and then start back again.
Damn it.
It's over, y'all. Yeah, we almost had it. We had it. We was this close. We was this close. We was this close.
Maybe it doesn't need to be said right. Yeah. See, when those things happen to me, it's just
telling us we don't need to say
if it comes back, then I'll say it again.
That's what
it
is.
Damn. I felt like that was a good story, though. Why did that go away?
Serious about getting.
No, they mad. They mad. They don't like to be.
This is literally going to be this is going to be a fucked up episode. I'm not going to lie, because like the sound.
It's fine. Y'all vibe with us, right? Again, thank you for joining us this evening for our fourth episode. I thank you for all 71 in here that have followed us. I'm gonna really look this week and see who's like watching this and stuff and send some things and stuff. I'm trying to program my brain the best to be about that, so I can be more involved with y'all this week too. And I don't really know how this works exactly all the way, so I'm gonna dive in this week and then try to send thanks and hellos and those kind of things to be a little personal, because it looks like we've had a consistency of 69 people in here.
What is that about?
That's my alarm, everybody. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And I thought I hit dismiss, but I hit snooze, so that's why I did it again.
But yeah, I was I think a lot of the parenting and growing up has to always be looked from an objective standpoint to really get what you were supposed to get out of it without having to fall victim to the parts that they may have misstepped on, you know what I mean? Because they wasn't raised right? Like, I mean, they wasn't raised totally,
right, that's
you know
what
I mean, correct. Like nobody was. Like, so that's why I say normal now is weird. If you're normal, you're fucking weird. Like, who's normal right now? Mm-hmm. Like, normal is being weird. Like, that's not even, if you're normal, that would be weird to me. No bullshit. Like,
for sure.
But so it's like, you know, when you judge it from an objective standpoint of not only seeing how they were raised and their perspective on life, but also how your life just being there and influence or affected, you know, their decisions from that point on, because now they have to look at life suddenly all the way different than they were just literally living it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that's what a lot of the
but I think that's part of the new that you're living is what you.
But I think that's a part of
what you imagine to have. Oh damn! I'm sorry, brother.
So, but that's a part of. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, brother. My bad.
Okay, I was right there.
My bad. I'm trying to learn how to be silent too. I like to talk as much as he does. I'm sorry.
But well, basically, I'm just breaking down how parenting and how we have to look at it from a different perspective and understand that where they came from influence their perspective and what they feel like they have to do. And a lot of times, the distrust that happens between parent and child happens when a child sees the hypocrisy, right? Because you can't give it to them in a way where you're saying, this is what I do, so this is what you have to do. Because from that standpoint, they can't relate because I want to do it. And you're saying this is not the type of person you are. So maybe we're just two different people and you don't understand me. Absolutely. And then there's the disconnect. Right. Whereas you can just be honest with them, like, I did it. I used to do it all the time. You know what I mean? Those parents are usually more successful in having trust and giving instructions to their kids than any others. Whether those instructions will be this way or that way, not my point. My point is that those parents usually have a different connection with their kids to where they can influence the decisions they make because they have that trust thing because they've been honest. You know what I mean? And I try to do that, but a lot of times their parents are not comfortable with that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not comfortable telling you to do this and then expressing to you what I used to do. You know what I mean? I can't even expect you to still do it. You know what I mean? That don't
Right.
seem like, and I want you to respect me in a different way. So I don't even want you for me to bring myself down to that level just to relate to you, because I have to stay like this over you to have that control. And you lose control.
So how do we break what you're speaking?
That's the worst way though, because you wind up losing control because of that.
Because of doing it the way you're saying.
Yeah, because doing it that authoritative way, you're causing a disconnect, and you're ruining the connection that you can use to just be expressive as to what you've been through and why you don't want them to do it. Because you have situations that you can live. Like, stories are always the best way to kind of get points across. That's why they use them. And the best way to relate is give them a real story as to why you know this. Because it's not like you know this for you just telling them bullshit that you don't know, that you haven't experienced. It's just that you refuse to express to them the truth of why you know this. You know what I mean? That part for you is just so vulnerable that you refuse to do it. But that is the key right there. That's the key to actually getting the connection that you so desire so much with your child. Like, so you have to be honest.
So you're saying that's what we got to do, right?
Yeah, because you best believe they feel the same way as if you do.
We do, because if we just take ourselves back as a child,
yes,
there was moments we felt. That's why I say we are sometimes much much grown. How do you say that? Much. Is
mature?
Huh?
Much more mature.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Much more mature,
for lack of a better term,
as children than we give ourselves. We don't give our children, even ourselves, the expansion really of how our minds really were made to be.
We can't. We're not allowed to. Like, if you think about it, everything. There's so many levels.
Of course, but I'm saying we don't even jog that a little bit of the extent. We all stay in the same. Most of us stay in the same little thing and don't move because we're comfortable. Is what I mean. You know, it's beyond those measures.
And comfort is the enemy of progress. You will never really have real progress if you're always looking for comfort.
I've learned that.
So it's like you have to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's how you progress. It's the only way. Like, constantly force yourself in situations where you know you're not going to be comfortable. And I promise you, when you come out of that situation, you will have grown. Like, and that's just with everything. Like, whether it be exercise, physical, anything, whatever it is, if you put yourself in a position where you're not comfortable, you do it enough times, and you once you develop your comfort level, you can now leave. But now you literally just grown. And when you can go in any direction, whichever direction you choose, you can just randomly pick a direction. It's going to work every fucking time.
Do you think most time when you end up in a new direction, you really are really new, or is it more of a surprise to you?
Sometimes you are surprised with some of the attributes that you develop in these uncomfortable situations, because and I think those happen when you're not really aware that that's what's happening. When you're just like, you're so frustrated, and it's like, and then you get to that point, like, you know what? I'm not gonna let this defeat me. No, I'm finna, you know what I mean? I'm finna buckle down, figure this out, and get through this. Now, that's what I'm gonna do. When you do that, and then on the back end, you realize, like, doing that forced you to develop something that now you take with you no matter what happens. You know what I mean? And now you're a better person because of it, ultimately. And that experience helps you to better see how not only just to avoid it, but feel confident whenever you oppose or approach with it, in a sense where you can't use it against me, because I know I can make it out of the situation. So there's no leverage. You can't think that you're going to put me in a situation where I don't feel like I can make it out of, to where I can all of a sudden be bending to your will. Like, no. That's always, you always want to have leverage in every situation. So the more rounded you are, the better you are prepared for whatever you got. So that way you can always hold closer to your own visions and not have to compromise along the way. Because that's what happens by the time you get to where you're going, your whole vision is like all the way stripped down and built off what everybody else think. You know what I'm saying? And now you have a whole different...
Which crumbles usually.
Exactly. Because
either they fall away or you falling away from something you didn't really even believe in.
You lose the attachment, you lose the authenticity, you lose the excitement you have for your own creation, as to now you're looking at this combination of influences of what everybody told you, what you think you should be doing. Like, that never works. It never works. But it literally is part of the journey. And if you go through it or you're going through it, don't even feel bad. Like, just know that you're getting closer every time, and just keep doing it. That's all. But for the most part, the only way to really know, like, you can believe and that's cool. I'm a older sibling, so my way of learning is different from everybody else. I have to experience, and then I trust. I can hear people, but I some people's perceptions is warped, and some people just outright lie. So it's like for the most part, my way of learning things is always built on mainly experience. I trust experience, and so when you're delivering these messages, like or getting them, always trust yourself. Like that's the main thing. Always know that wherever you're getting, if you're make sure you're getting what you need out of it, and don't lose sight of that part, and know that no matter how bad or dire the situation is, like whatever it is you take out of that situation was meant for you to take out of that situation. And literally, and just know that whatever it was, I don't care how bad it was literally meant to take you out of that situation. And what you're supposed to get out of it will happen. And whatever that situation that seems so bad will literally seem like a blessing in disguise. I promise you. Every time. It's just your perception got to be changed. It's not the situation. You can't change outside. You can only change inside. And once you change that, you see it, and then everything else literally like bends to that will, to that perception from that point on. But
A little different, a little smooth side. I like
that's
it.
this weed, bro. Like
It's good. No, I like it, brother. It's good. I mean, he a little more, like, a little bit more, but what he's saying today, I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna say a couple things real quick. For next week,
real quick, like
we do have because it's almost gonna be our time.
oh shit.
But next week we are gonna have a guest. It's a mom. She wants to tell her story. She's gonna advocate for our moms out there.
Yeah, a neighbor of ours actually.
Yeah,
So
she's wonderful. So I really want to have. The other day I had a lovely conversation with her. She is
very entertaining.
Wait till you meet
my
her.
God.
She gonna be one of our guests here and there all the time because you're gonna love her.
Yeah,
but she's gonna tell her story, and her story is really wow. I was stuck in her kitchen like, oh my. I even came like, brother, because he already said it and we already said it together that we wanted to use her. But then like 2 days later, she kind of tells, I kind of knew her story, but she tells me her story a little more in depth.
Yeah.
And
and I had never talked to her that deep either. Like usually I just cut some shit on, we just smoke and then
cut it up, yeah.
And be like,
we're neighborly, but it's just being a little deeper. So, and I feel like her sharing her story will help her and release her too. So, because it's pretty, I think it's pretty intense. So I can't. She's gonna be our first one. So I can't wait. We'll have a little guest next week. Happy New Year. If that accounts. I'm just kidding. And blessings and everything you focus and see is yours. It's that simple. Whatever, and that you acknowledge and accept is yours. So just chill this year. Chill on yourself.
We ain't do nothing for Happy New Year. And I told you, bro. Yeah, I know we ain't say Happy New Year's.
I just said it right now. See, I don't forget. We may not do whatever, but I make sure I make the points on the days at least.
I ain't do nothing for New Year's. I literally was working.
It's okay. Next year you're gonna see how big it's gonna be for you guys. Come out right. It's okay. It's okay. We're in progress.
Yeah.
And so you see us now. Next year you're gonna party with us next year.
I'm sorry, it's something new for me.
Yeah, he likes it.
I'm a rapper. That's what I do.
He's pretty good too. Don't trip. We won't be putting out some of those. Our little highlights are hidden. And
I make good rappers. Like I literally created a good rapper like from humps.
You did.
Like a couple strategic humps, and I created a fucking
masterpiece.
The greatest rapper probably of all time.
I would think so. I know
from my very own loins, you guys.
Right. It's my nephew. He is awesome. Yeah. Awesome. The boy knows what he's talking about. Freely too. It's not even has to think about it. It's in him.
No right.
It's in him. So whenever you hear that music out there,
I ain't teach him how to read and write on purpose. So he ain't got no excuses.
But Jonez don't even need to write it. He just speaks it.
Kept away from it. I say no reading and writing. He don't need to know words or nothing. Just grunts, and melodies. That's it. He figured the rest out.
Grunts and melodies.
Wait till y'all hear it, cause it's crazy. It's next level shit.
Yes, it's very much
universal music though. Like don't need a language, no words.
When the young ones know already, when they already give you the spirit, the the uplift, the movable of your brain, different things being tapped in your brain.
Yeah.
Those are the ones we should be supporting out there. Those are the ones we should be really focusing on, not the trend of things. Just want to put that out there. You know what I mean? Like, really search for what's your soul out there in music, what you watch, not just because not everything needs to be seen, because it's being seen by someone else. Or in that way, I mean you following something that you don't need to follow. Is what I mean by that. Hopefully that makes sense.
You know, you really know somebody, but y'all don't need words and shit to communicate. Like I just like let him know he was holding the blunt too motherfucking long.
Oh yeah. But I'm gonna call this the evening because I gotta be off to the other place. So this is Luciferian Light. Got it right this week.
Man, you see that? We were working on it. I made him say
No,
it.
it's in my soul now, y'all. It's my little. It's our little baby.
Too much.
It's our little. It's always
too much.
Wait, you doing too much now? Because now you got too much. Too much.
Well, that's the accent, so it wasn't that way. Yeah. You heard it wrong.
I know, but I just.
You would have. All right, you know what? Never mind. Hey, we done. Bad. It's over with. All right.
My bad, my nigga. My bad.
It's good. It's a done deal. I still ain't call my cousin.
Well, good night, y'all.
But you know what? I don't even want to call them. I want people to just like already know. Like, you ain't talk to me no matter what's happening. If you want to know what the fuck going on, like, you can literally like tune in 6 o'clock on TikTok or Big O, and you know I'm gonna be there talking shit. Hey, we got. Oh yeah, stop that. I don't even know. I don't even know how that shit gonna come out there. The mics. I was looking at the levels. They look really
Man, you were clearly on here. You were clearly on here.